Hi, Dr. Albert Snow here, Holistic Gastroenterologist. 40 years of healing colons one at a time. Some people said to me, "Where you been, man? 40 years, how come no one knows about you?" Well, when you're in the trenches with your sleeves rolled up and you're trying to fix people's butts that are bleeding, and I don't care about being famous. Maybe with one person at a time. I just tell people when I heal you, I only have one request. It's a small one. I want a statue of me downtown, wherever you live, with like a colon in my hands raised up to the sky or something, with the bottle of colostrum in my hand. Twinkies, one Twinkie in each hand, but all I request is statues. Quick hitter today. I want to talk about, this is barely even quick hitter, it's not long, it's milligrams. How come, Dr. Snow, you never talk about milligrams and how many grams of protein and fiber and that? Because nature doesn't talk about that. Nature just said, put me in the pot, cook me up, eat me. And I think anybody that does is a blowhard. They just prove they don't know what they're talking about. This is what my view, and I don't know if I can convey it very well. I think it would be confusing. I say, take some magnesium, and people say, how much? I go, whatever your bottle is. What do you mean, what my bottle is? What do you have in your bottle? He goes, 100 milligrams. I got 100 milligrams. Doesn't matter. What matters is you take what you have and you put it in your mouth and see what happens. Because I don't know if you need 800 milligrams. Why would they come out and say, 100 is not good enough? You might need 16. You might need 2200. I don't know. Put whatever you have in your mouth and see what happens. So you put it in your mouth, nothing happens. We still believe in the same magnesium. Let's take more. Take 2 of them. That's the beauty of natural medicine. You're not going to do yourself any harm. 40 years, I've never seen anybody get more than a little bit of a diarrhea or bloating or something when something didn't agree with them. Of course, yes, I'm going to change a little bit. Some people have had people that had hives and things like that. Not often, but it does happen. That's the extent of it. So I tell people, nature doesn't keep track of milligrams. It doesn't say, I am ginger, and I have this many milligrams of vitamin E. It doesn't make the announcement. It just sits there and says, eat me, and find out. I don't think the Native Americans, I don't think any Aboriginal group in the world was measuring anything. They were just eating it. And if they weren't doing the right thing, we wouldn't be here. The concept is the measuring came from the pharmaceutical industry, because their products are toxic. And they want to make sure you don't kill yourself with their products. That's what they do. They deal with stuff that will kill you. They have to tell you 5 milligrams, 5 milligrams. And all this stuff is laid out by pharmaceutical companies. The pharmacist doesn't know shit. You know what I mean? The doctor doesn't know shit other than what they were told. So they're not going to tell you to do anything creative. You need to be a naturopath. You need to be creative all day long. I have to reinvent my protocol for you every time I talk to you, because your biochemistry has changed from the last time. That's why I always harp on how you doing now, not yesterday. Now, people want to write out a whole map in 1952, ate a hot dog at Giant Stadium, and I said, how are you feeling today? Like right now? I mean, now? Like 12:05 noontime right now. They don't recognize the value of nowness. So when I tell you, just put some in your mouth, your body will always give you a clear message within 24 hours. If it's clear, you don't hear anything, then it's okay. You're just going to look for the result you want. If you have some kind of symptom come up, it means that stuff's still good for you. You just need to dilute it and find out how little is good for you. That's right. If you react to something, it means that your body can biologically interact with that thing. And when you have a symptom, it means that the hot dosage is too high. But it's a good sign that, oh boy, I really reacted with that potato salad. I better eat more. No, you better eat less for a few meals. If you like potato salad or whatever it would be, the next time you have it, have half as much. If I'm telling you that's going to be good for your toenails, you eat it and you get a headache, you can come back to me and yell at me, but you take less. We want the toenails and we don't want the headaches. There'll be a path where they cross on the food chain. We have Twinkies at the top. I don't tell you how many milligrams of Twinkies to eat. That cream in the middle, who knows how many grams that is, or milligrams. But this is the deal. Don't worry about the numbers. It doesn't mean anything. How do you know you get 400 units of vitamin E? How do you know if you need 200? Or none? Or twice as much? Go by your instincts, folks. You go by the instincts. You guys don't know how your body works. It's like you're living in a foreign object. You know, people call me up and they're petrified. Can I take the vitamin C if I'm also taking vitamin E? I said, I think it'll be okay. In fact, though, no one ever touched me with those two supplements because they have nothing to do with the GI tract. People come to me and they get pissed off again. They'll say, what about this, that, and that? I say, well, 5 of them are overlapping each other. You can take that one away. Oh, no, you mean you're taking twice as much magnesium. Do you have diarrhea? Oh, yeah, I do. We'll take some of the magnesium away. So some of this is just venting by me because I have to answer the same questions all day. I like it when they listen, but if someone sees bleeding, someone sees bleeding and they look you in the eye and they're going to tell you that, they're not there. They're in another world of got themselves dying, and you know what I mean. You can talk to them for half an hour and they go, hello, and so they don't know what symptoms mean. So you, as I said, eat it, see what happens. Well, I had diarrhea after that. That tells us something. We're making an adjustment. So I do a lot of these quick hitters kind of really loosely, informally, because I'm trying to convey a message that you're taking a lot of it too serious. You know, you drop a seed or something, and you know, you went to the farm and you got some seeds and you drop a seed, and now you're freaked out, and you know, what you need to do is relax and trust nature, and know that if something's good for you or something's bad for you, it'll tell you within the day, usually within the hour, and sometimes within a minute. I'm going to talk a little about fiber. Fiber. Everybody's freaked out over fiber. And they're freaked out by me because I never answer the question. How much fiber do we need? It's like, how much water do we need? Until you're not thirsty. So, fiber is important to move the bowels. It doesn't really push the waste forward. It pushes the muscles into a peristaltic motion, which is crucial. But it doesn't have any other value. Fiber, poor fiber, the body looks at it like, you know, you're useless to us. Move along. And to move it along, it has to go into a wave like motion. It's a miraculous things come about when the waste is at different stages. When the fiber meets up with fiber and the probiotics. Not any specific strain, I don't believe. Fiber and probiotics. That's what it is. It creates that butyric acid by the probiotic eating the fiber and then spitting it out, and you've got a different substance. Yeah, probiotics can do that. I had friends that had a vitamin company, best in the world, and they got bought out by Procter & Gamble. Suck. They had giant vats in Costa Rica. They had their own organic farm, and they throw just say raspberry leaf into the vat of probiotic that had been brewing for many years, and they knew how much vitamin C was in that leaf. You know, when they took it out, it had 3 or 4 times more vitamin C because the probiotic bacteria rearranged the molecular structure to make it just more powerful. Just said, you over here, you over there, you over there, and then it had way more vitamin C. So when it comes to fiber, on one hand, it doesn't push the waste, it moves the muscles, but it's important at different stages in the GI tract to produce this butyric acid. What's that mean? Well, why do we want more butyric acid? You know, you've been living all this time without butyric acid. What do you know? What do you want to know? Well, it helps form the mucosal lining. It's another substance that's in there. Colostrum, probiotic, and butyric acid. So, I just did a little quick hitters today to get a couple of things off my chest because I've been getting bugged about them. Oh, I know what I was going to say about the fiber too. Why can't we eat fiber from our food? It's because it's unreliable in the way you deliver it to the colon. You can chew it good, but not as good as it should be. It'll drag over these tissues that are lacking in the mucosal lining. Then why do we like fiber? Flaxseed, because the company, see, there's one company that, or maybe two, that makes all these products, and they sell them to companies that put their label on it. And so there are companies that buy from a vendor flax fiber, and the beauty of it is it's been milled. so it doesn't have any sharp edges, so it doesn't drag over and irritate the tissue. So you're getting the bulk you need to exercise the tissue, but you're not doing any damage. So when people ask about, well, what kind of fiber should we have? And I'm not even going to name the guys. They said fiber. Well, which ones? Soluble, insoluble, psyllium husk, fiber. And they don't get it. How many milligrams of fiber? My whole wheat bread has that. Fiber, my friend. And you only need it while you're under my repair. And so, under my care to be repaired. And it's just bulk. It's just bulk. We have a tendency to want to pick things apart and say, well, this is that and this is that. Just, we have a saying around here. We say, just do the effing program. Just do, you don't do what it says in a bottle. That's another point I want to make. If you're my patient, you don't follow what's on the bottle. You follow what I say. There's always generic stuff on the bottle, and at the end of it, it'll say, see your doctor. You want to take fiber, period. And don't worry about soluble and insoluble. And don't worry about how much of your food. One of the things that when you're in repair for under repair for this, fiber is the only time I never prescribe it for constipation. It's not necessary. I mean, I do, but when someone's peristaltic is really weak, that's what it does. It moves it, and that gets stronger moving it. But the key for building a strongest mucosal lining is taking some fiber and let it go through the system and let it interact with the probiotic. I was giving that to my mother, and she didn't even know what I was giving it to her for. She kept saying, "My skin's clearer now. I got a little more energy." So that, along with the magic, we're going to talk about that soon. The magic combination of probiotic and spirulina and trace minerals. People are still going to say, how much? And say, just take some. See, when you put it in your mouth and you get the results, I nailed it the first time. If you try to be Superman and keep on improving, you're going to take a little bit more than, so say 2 milligrams came in, cool, you're going to take 2.5. At least that's the way I do it, the way I instruct people. We don't worry about the milligrams. You see what you got, what happens when you put it in your mouth. Not good enough because I didn't get any benefit, take twice as much. Or go down, dilute it. So, this is just another practice run, me practicing my, getting my chop back from my years of radio, and I found myself tongue-tied when I first started podcasting, but I think I'm getting my rhythm back, and it'll be better for all of us because there'll be less fumbling around.